That was a very frustrating episode, guys. I know I'm not. I know I'm not inferior to people, but sometimes just like... Because a lot of the things that we're good at, a lot of the people in society are not good at, but a lot of the things that we aren't good at, most people think is easy, and they either think we're being lazy or we think we're being stupid, or So the pouch on the Segway, it gave way, and then I was trying to fix it up because me and one of my supervisors fixed it up yesterday morning, because now it's like 2 o'clock in the morning now, Friday. Here's positive. No work tonight, yay! Because I'll spend tonight getting on top of my groceries, really, because I was going to say, like, I'm going to do all these groceries, but then it's like, well, actually I've got my mueslis, which I don't eat most days, but I should, only because of the milk. Milk is not natural milk, it's, all the stuff they sell at the grocery store, like. And I haven't got my hat on because I'm supposed to wear it, but I haven't got it on because I want to show the logo. Yeah. So that was frustrating, and then just my brain goes, see, you can't fix this, you suck, and all this type of thing. But then yet again, it's like, I can write a song in 5 minutes. So if I'm really in the zone for songwriting, I can write like 3 songs in 20 minutes. Because it just comes not fast, well, it is fast, but it's just, the more perfected the writing becomes, the less authentic it becomes too. Yeah, it sounds a lot more fancier, but by the time you get to the point of like 5 or so takes on writing the song, yeah, it might sound a lot more nicer, but all the, a lot of the authenticity has gone, so it just doesn't feel right, even though it sounds better. It just doesn't feel right. So we have our strengths and our weaknesses. Yeah, sometimes I'm hard on myself sometimes, but then I remember that's just because I was told I was never enough. Now people might think, oh, you sound like you play the victim all the time. I'm not making up stories, and I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to play the victim. I'm just telling you my life story. And then, and people think, oh, if things go wrong, you blame others. Well, no. See, that stuff there was just, and I've decided just to go walking because football, I like to do half of a foot patrol anyway, because that gets the physical work in. Otherwise, you're flying around, but you're just leaning, or you're leaning back, and that could be good strengthening for your legs, but you're not like actually walking or moving, so it does take it out of you, but it's not, it's not the same as walking and running and stuff. Yeah, man. And so, it's something. Oh yeah, here's a positive. I bought a ticket to the Hurricanes versus the Blues, and I bought another ticket to the Hurricanes versus the Highlanders because I lived in Hawke's Bay from when I was 14 to 33, and you know, I've said this many times before, but they represent Hawke's Bay region, Wellington region, Manawatu region, and I think it's Taranaki region, because sometimes the regions can change when it comes to the Super Rugby. They're like, oh no. But the home field is Wellington, and I'm beginning to, you know, well, yeah, I suppose, since I've been living here since 2021, make it actually feel like it's my team, like, yeah, because when we were in Hawke's Bay, for example, there was a 5-year period where the Hurricanes didn't have a home game in Hawke's Bay. There's a 5-year period where they didn't even have one game, and they have like 7 or 8 home games a year, so you'd think that they'd have one home game every season, or one home game every second season in Hawke's Bay, if they represent Hawke's Bay region, Wellington region and Manawatu region. But there was a 5-year period where we didn't even have one home game, so that's why it was like the Magpies, you know, because all the home games the Magpies had was played in Hawke's Bay, and all the players were either from Hawke's Bay or they were currently living in Hawke's Bay at the time. Like, you know, some of them might have, you know, moved there and then did training for a few months and then joined the Magpies and started playing that season, or some of them grew up there, or some of them had been there for like 4 or 5 seasons longer. So it felt a lot more like your team, you know, for these reasons, and the fact that all their home games was held in Hawke's Bay. So yeah, that's a bit of a... See, I realise the story of my life is, once, you know, I'm like going hard out for something, the story of my life has been it never happens, and then if I just sit back and take it easy, it doesn't happen. But what does happen is, like, when I go hard out after something, I really, really want it, it doesn't happen. But then I get to the point where it's like I'm going hard out, but hey, and I literally get to the point, not acting, but it's like, if I get it, I get it. I don't. But I'm just going to go hard out anyway. And that's after a period of going hard out, focusing on winning. And then that's when it happens. Some people, they go hard out and they get, you know, just, we'll have different life stories. We'll have different things that universal God has taught us or whatever. Like, some people take it easy and they get it. Like, you know, not take it easy, like not put in the hard yards, but it's not like, oh my God, like, I put in all the hard yards and I have to win. I go through that phase and I get to the point where I put in all the hard yards and it happens. And then it's when it happens, it seems that way, but that's how my life has been. See ya. That was frustrating about trying to pick up the Segway thing. So yeah, I wasn't too interested in the Super Rugby. I was only interested in the Magpies and the All Blacks when I was in Hawke's Bay, for all these reasons, you know, no home game for 5 years. And then the rest of the seasons were like, half the time they had one home game in Hawke's Bay, the other half they had none. So yeah. But Hurricanes, Crusaders, Highlanders, Blues are all the New Zealand teams. Crusaders is the best one, but I've been living in Hurricanes territory since I was 14, and Blues before then. But I saw the Hurricanes play the Crusaders and the Chiefs last year. So this year they don't have a home game against the Crusaders, but they do against the Blues, the Highlanders and the Chiefs. So I'm going to Blues and Highlanders. And then if there's any All Blacks home games here, I'll go here too, or FMG Stadium. See you all.